I think Christmas for a lot of people is a time when you reflect back on your life, you reflect back on your parents and your aunties and your brothers and your sisters, etc. And sometimes it just reminds you of sad times because they may have gone or they may not be well, and you hope they get through the year and get through another Christmas. So I think sometimes it can be quite a sad time for a lot of people who've lost loved ones, close relations, family, friends and such. So Christmas to me is about another year. And you might say, well, that's New Year's Day, that's Hogmanay in Scotland, that is the New Year changing. But Christmas is very similar, and everything closes. So all the places that you are used to seeing that animates Liverpool, animates the city centre, suddenly it's like a ghost town. It's like tumbleweed, rolling across the floor of the streets. And I suppose I would reflect on what would it be like if you haven't got a home, if you haven't got a family, or you have got a family but you don't get on. And the same with friends, and you've lost contact with people, and it's cold and windy, and there might be snow or rain, and it's not pleasant. We found the Whitechapel Centre and love everything it does, but also recognising it needs money, it needs resources, cannot do it itself. So we started fundraising, and we did quite well. I know the Whitechapel Centre, maybe last year and the year before, supported about 1,800 people. I would imagine, and nobody's told me yet, I would imagine it's probably at least a third or another 50% on top. So you're probably talking about 2,700, 2,800, 2,900 people with no more money. But my dad, it's a very strange story, is my mum and dad got divorced after 42 years of marriage. Very weird. Mum kicked him out. My dad was homeless for about 3 or 4 weeks until he found somewhere to stay. He was destitute. He was an alcoholic. He was ill. Blood pressure problems, angina problems. Very sad to see. And so he eventually found a flat in Wester Hailes in Edinburgh. Not the nicest of flats, but it was a home. But for 3 weeks he was homeless. And I think in many ways, if I look back as, I could be homeless. Any of us could be made homeless through no fault of our own, through a change in circumstance, through jobs, through stress and ill health, through our sexuality, our gender, our age, bullying, bigotry, redundancy, can't get benefits anymore for whatever reason. You could be there. Some people would say, homeless, nowhere to go. Well, you have got places to go. You've got the Whitechapel Centre, and that's a place that follows the No Second Night Out campaign, but does much more than that, much more than that. But they're there to help. And I wish maybe they had been there to help my dad in Edinburgh. But of course we're talking about Whitechapel Centre here in Liverpool. And I just hope that direct to the Whitechapel Centre, when you watch this video, when you look at the Advent calendar and you wonder, what could I do for Christmas? What can I reflect on? What difference can I make? All of our baby steps make a big difference. If we all did it together, it becomes a stampede. All these things that we can do can make a massive difference. And everybody can make a difference by giving £1, £5, £10, thousands of pounds to the Whitechapel Centre. Because if it wasn't for them, that person that is watching this video could one day, and let's hope it doesn't happen, could be destitute, could be rough sleeping, could be homeless, and needs help. And it's places like the Whitechapel Centre that makes that difference, that provides that help. And that's why I'm supporting them. And I hope everybody watching this video will support them exactly the same way I am, and that is by 1, giving money, 2, volunteering, 3, donating. It could be hats and gloves and smellies. It doesn't always have to be about money, but the money helps them to make a decision about what they can do to the best of their ability to help people in the right way, because maybe they get hundreds of pairs of gloves, hundreds of hats, but they don't necessarily get hundreds of pounds. So those pounds will make a difference. And so we go towards Christmas this year, and it's not just about the 25 days before and including Christmas, it is leading up to it and beyond it. So don't just think the Whitechapel Centre is just for Christmas. It's for life, and it could be your life. So please give generously.